Season 1 of The Night Agent introduces FBI agent Peter Sutherland. During a bombing of the DC Metro, Peter heroically saves countless civilians on board, though fails to apprehend the suspect. 1 year later, Peter has been reassigned by White House Chief of Staff Diane Farr to the mysterious Night Action Agency. Farr has been Peter's only support in his career, as his family name is tainted by his late father, who was also an FBI agent, but labeled a traitor before his untimely death. Peter's new position in the Night Action Agency sees him monitoring a phone in the basement of the White House every night that only rings if another night agent is in trouble. Rose Larkin is a recently bankrupt former cybersecurity CEO living with her aunt and uncle Emma and Henry Campbell. When the assassin couple Dale and Ellen enter their home, the Campbells give Rose a phone number and a code word to call for help, before tragically being killed by the assassins. That call connects Rose with Peter Sutherland, who is instructed by Farr to protect Rose from the assassins and deliver her to a safe house. As Peter acts as Rose's sworn protector, the two bond and earn each other's trust. They learn that Rose's aunt and uncle were both former night agents, and that before her death, Rose's aunt had revealed that there was a mole within the White House that couldn't be trusted. Peter agrees to keep this revelation to himself until he can determine the identity of the traitor. Despite this agreement, Peter turns to his mentor Farr for help, as she is the only person in the White House that he fully trusts. Farr reveals that President Michelle Travers had assigned the Campbells to uncover the White House mole and expose their connection to the DC Metro bombing. Unfortunately, Peter then realizes that Farr has betrayed him and is forced to flee. Farr publicly brands Peter a traitor and orders the assassins to kill Rose. While evading their pursuers, Peter and Rose manage to kill the assassin Dale. Elsewhere, Vice President Redfield's daughter Maddie is a college student protected by Secret Service agent Chelsea Arrington. Chelsea's assigned a new partner to protect Maddie, Agent Erik Monks, who is struggling with the trauma of previously being shot while protecting the president. Unbeknownst to the two agents, Vice President Redfield himself is working with the assassins who killed the Campbells. When Maddie is kidnapped by Colin, the man responsible for planting the DC Metro bomb, Chelsea and Monks race to save her. Colin then blackmails Redfield to publicly reveal his own involvement in the Metro bombing, or else Maddie will be killed. Redfield seeks assistance from his corrupt allies Diane Farr and the powerful CEO Gordon Wick. Farr and Wick lament the precariousness of Redfield's situation, as Maddie has been abused by her father and she had planned to publicly release nanny cam footage of his past actions against her. Meanwhile, Colin is a former employee of Wick's company Turnlake, whose innocent brother Mateo was killed in an attempt to cover up Turnlake's involvement in the bombing. To resolve their problems, Wick orders Ellen to save Maddie and kill Colin, in exchange for helping the assassin find Peter to avenge the death of her partner Dale. Elsewhere, Peter and Rose team up with Secret Service agents Chelsea and Monks to save Maddie and stop a potential second bomb threat. After finding Maddie and Colin, the group are intercepted by Ellen, who kills both Colin and Monks before Rose intervenes and kills the assassin, fully avenging her aunt and uncle. Chelsea then reveals to Peter and Rose that on the day of the first bombing, she was assigned to protect foreign political leader Omar Zadar, the bomb's true target who was inadvertently saved due to Peter's heroism. Zadar is a corrupt political leader with ties to terrorists, though President Travers believed that his popularity with the people of the Balkans made an alliance with him worth it to bring peace to the area. Redfield strongly opposed this alliance and teamed up with Turnlake CEO Gordon Wick, who received billions of dollars in funding from Zadar's political rivals, to plot Zadar's demise. And so Redfield and Wick worked together to stage the Metro bombing in an attempt to kill Zadar, but failed due to Peter's intervention. When Farr discovered this treacherous plot, she agreed to take part in the cover-up to shield the public from learning of their government's corruption. Now, as Zadar travels to Camp David to meet with President Travers, Redfield and Wick plot a new assassination scheme. This time with the intent of killing both Zadar and Travers, elevating Redfield to President of the United States. Not willing to take part in assassinating the president, Farr teams up with Peter, Rose, Chelsea, and Maddie to thwart the new attack. As the season comes to a close, everyone arrives at Camp David. Farr warns Secret Service Director Almora of the threat on President Travers' life, but Almora is then killed by a rogue agent working for Wick. As Peter and his allies infiltrate Camp David, they learn that two bombs have been planted in the area. As the first bomb detonates, Chelsea saves Maddie from the explosion. As the attack causes Travers to be evacuated via the Marine One helicopter, Peter realizes that is exactly where the second bomb has been planted. Peter races from pursuing Marines and Secret Service agents to stop Travers from boarding the helicopter, moments before it explodes. In the end, Farr and Redfield are both arrested, with Maddie agreeing to testify against her evil father. Chelsea is promoted to the lead of President Travers' Secret Service detail, and Rose affirms her romantic feelings for Peter and dreams of returning to her tech industry career. As reward for his heroic actions, President Travers reveals classified information to Peter about his late father, confirming that Peter Sutherland Sr. was in fact a traitor, but was assassinated after feeling guilty over his actions and attempting to atone for his sins. Peter is then promoted into being an official night agent, pulling him out of the White House basement and sending him out into the field.